So the second topic of today that I wanted to cover is wireless as a controller. So as you might know, Fortinet likes to build hardware. We are known for that. And we try also to ensure that people can have whatever they want. That's why we have different platforms. We have the FortiGate, we have the FortiGate VM, we have the cloud, we have SASE. We try to ensure that people can use our products wherever they have to be used. Something that I wanted to bring is the wireless as a controller. And that's what Chris has been mentioning this morning is that's all we have as of today. But we have a bit more, is you could also leverage a FortiGate in the cloud owned by us and being able to use and to leverage the hardware acceleration of the FortiGate in the cloud. So we did think of that, and we did come up with different ways. Is first, ensure that you are going to deploy that as easy as possible. The first step to do that is going with points. So we have a way to get points, 40 points, where you purchase once, and then you can use them for whatever you want. It could be for a device like support entitlement. It could be to deploy some VMs. It could be to deploy some hardware in the cloud. But once you have your points, it is as quick as possible for you to do that without having to wait and to go to the extra step of purchasing, deploying, and things like that. So those points, once you have them, would allow you to use the FortiGate as a service. So what is FortiGate as a service is we have different data centers in the world where we have true FortiGates racked and awaiting for customers to be used. As we said, we do have ASICs on the hardwares. So the main difference of having a FortiGate as hardware versus a public cloud VMs or VM on your headquarters is you can leverage the power of the ASIC to do traffic inspection, to do CAPWAP termination, really to scale based on the hardware and not just get a bigger VM because you just need to get more CPU on that. So this FortiGate as a service, as said, is hardware-based. We have full features already enabled, SD-WAN wireless controller, switch controller, and also you can purchase clusters of devices. So the traditional way of going when you have to purchase, as you know, you need first to get the funding. You need to go to the hosting, receive the devices. If you have any issue, you would have to deal with the RMA of the device that could take time to come to your premises. You would have to deal with your internet links and, of course, get the manpower to set up all of that. With this service, we are aiming to solve all of that for customers. First, we do the hosting, we do the HA, we have the data centers across the globe. We have also a way to replace the hardware because we already have the stock. So it's really easy for us to take one unit that is down or faulty and do the swap for the customer. The billing is not on a yearly basis. As said, we rely on the points, meaning that you can start, you purchase, and whenever you want, you can stop this service. And also, our goal is to set up a device within 10 minutes. So I think it would take you more time to decide on what you want than just getting the device out of us and live to be used.
Does this support any third-party devices?
What do you mean by third-party devices?
Well, in addition to Fortinet devices, can somebody say, I would like to include access points from another vendor?
So the FortiGate as itself is just supporting Fortinet access points. Okay. And FortiGate as a service would just be the same FortiGate, but just hosted by us. So the answer is no.
All right.
So 4 steps, quite easy. You specify the location, you specify the model you want to use. We have different service bundles that allow you to do traffic inspection if you want or not. So it's really a la carte service bundle to really allow customers to pick what they want. And then we come to the link and IP addressing. You can purchase whatever amount of IPs you want, because the FortiGate, remember, is a firewall. So you can have different like IPsec terminations, virtual IPs, NATing, whatever you want to terminate all your networks into one box. So the speed can go from 100 meg to 10 gig, of course, subject to support on the hardware, but really to show you that regarding what the customer wants should be able to be done from this point of view. But you will tell me, okay, but what's the relation with that and with wireless? As we said, the FortiGate is a wireless controller, and we have different ways. So since day one, the FortiGate is having some built-in HA method where you could get inside the same data center one cluster, one primary, and one secondary device, where you would be able to fail over should an issue come on one device and the other. So the good point with the FortiGate clustering protocol is we have a true configuration sync between the two nodes. In fact, the slave is just a shadow waiting for the master to fail. All the IP, virtual IP, virtual MAC, everything would be carried on the slave when we would fail over. But it's going further. We can do seamless failover, session pickup. We can choose between scan sessions or even hold the sessions on the box, meaning that the FortiGate slave node will have some updates and will know which session to pick whenever the failover would occur. This is on a single data center, so there is no geo-redundancy, but also you can benefit from the hardware acceleration, as said, of the FortiGate.
Is this something that customers would purchase through an existing VAR integrator partner, or is this something that they go direct to Fortinet for?
We work with generally VAR, so we don't sell directly, so they would go via that. But
the correct answer, by the way.
Yeah, it was the correct answer, but I don't believe you.
Well,
no, I do believe. That was a joke, but
yeah, but they would have to purchase points from a distributor, reseller, and things like that. So whenever they have that,
So on these points, if you have 38 points, you still call them 40 points.
this is very Fortinet as a service, like leaning into.
we are here to serve you.
This seems interesting.
So the second HA mode that we have is we can also get geo-redundancy wireless controller, where you would have one primary in a data center and one secondary in a data center. So with that, each AP would have a dual connectivity with each of them, where one will be active and one will be passive or standby, and wait for the master to fail and to take over.
Would you need licenses on both? Like, would you need
Well, first of all,
No licenses, right?
each FortiGate comes with a free wireless controller. So the only thing you will need is just a support contract and pay for the node to be up, because we maintain the FortiGate. But except that, 1, 2, 10, 20, depending on the type of FortiGate, you can get them without any license.
Paying through the VAR,
Thank you, the VAR.
right? With the tokens you buy from the VAR,
Yeah.
Right.
making sure.
So, clear?
Aha.
So this mode is really good because when you want to have one site and a disaster recovery on the other side, it's not having full configuration sync, so you need to do a few configuration on the two. Failover is the same. There is no session pickup because it's two distinct instances, so it's really tough to do that over like one links and things like that. But yeah, you can benefit from hardware acceleration and get your redundancy.
I have a question.
Yes?
Usually in a brownfield project, you might just need the access points. So typically, what services have you seen customers using if they just want your access point?
If they just want the access point, they would go to FortiLAN Cloud or FortiEdge Cloud.
Right.
That's why and that's something that we did say, but we didn't emphasize, is each AP is booting and detecting the the controller. So you can start with the cloud, go to SASE the year after, go back to the cloud, go to a FortiGate, come back to the cloud. So our AP are not bound to one management platform. You can shift at any time, regardless, like you need to maybe adapt the licensing you have if you have like cloud license and things like that. But for sure, you can choose whatever you want. So for a small to medium, it would be either FortiSASE or FortiLAN Cloud to get them managed.
And do you get any kind of visibility from third parties, say switches, their WAN devices, when the data comes to your cloud?
So we do get AP statistics, AP information. We have, well, to get any kind of statistics on the switch side, we need at least to have one to get LLDP and to get insights.
That's right. If LLDP is enabled, you can see it.
Well, if you have one switch of us
Okay.
and APs, if you have like intermediate switches, doing LLDP will be able to detect them.
Right.
But if we don't have switching, like we don't have like, we just have one LLDP view of where the AP is connected. That's it. But not further.
So it will give you information like port information where it's connected.
Yeah, you will get like the usual LLDP, like this switch, this port, and things like that.
Thank you.
And this solution, like your, as a service versus and your cloud solution, any of that up for FedRAMP certification?
As of now, no.
Okay. And your firewalls, I know, are FIPS 140-2, but
The APs,
APs are not, right?
yes,
Anything on
I
that?
think some APs are due FIP certification on AP.
Yeah, the FIP certification as an overall process is around 2 to 2.5 years. So we are somewhere around 18 months now. Probably in a year's time, you'll have most of our APs having FIP certified.
Okay.
Yeah.
The last slide I wanted to mention is, but what if your customer is not really confident on how to configure FortiGate? What if they want assistance? So we did come up with also another service, is managed FortiGate service, where we have a full team of experienced people across the globe that will be here to review the configuration that has to be pushed. We'll validate that with the customer. We'll then push that to the FortiGates, review that it is properly applied, and ensure that on the day-to-day, each FortiGate that is managed by this service is almost equal. We did see that most of the time people have more and more devices, they expand sites and things like that. And if you take one site to the another, they are most of the time not the same. And then they start to say, oh, this site is working and this site is not working. Tell me why. So with this kind of service, we ensure that they have all the recommendations from us, all the security ratings from us to ensure that their network is properly designed and properly configured. Should they want to have security on top, we also have, with 40 points, we also have the security as a service that would give us some insights on what are the breaches, what are the issues that we do see in their networks.
Is this service fully backed by Fortinet employees, or will you
It is
work?
100% Fortinet employees across the globe.
Okay, so how does this interfere with your partners who provide managed security to their clients?
Let's say some partners are willing to do that. Some others prefer to offer that to us. So it really depends on that. So we don't enforce that to customers. And I said they should come from partners, distributors. So if the partner prefers to offer the service to their customer, they are free to do it with our products. But if they want to offer that to us, we are okay
So
to
this
do it.
would still go through the partner level?
Yes.
So I can have a FortiGate in the cloud, and I can have a wireless controller as a service in the cloud, and I can have Fortinet manage my controller and FortiGate in the cloud, all through tokens, like Forti tokens.
Points.
Why aren't you just calling it Forti Network as a Service?
Fortinet.
Let's start a new product.
Purchase through the VAR. Purchase through the FortiVAR.
But you would be.
I mean, this is Nile, right? like this is. I'm just. There's all this transition. Moving all of this is taking the middleman out, right? And and moving it to this.
I guess the difference will be in this model, you're still buying the equipment.
What equipment?
No, that's in the cloud.
in the cloud. Oh, your access points.
APs on your
APs.
brand?
Yeah,
APs.
APs and switches still have to be purchased. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing that we have is the support subscription that is on points if you want,
Okay.
or regular SKUs.
Even if we have purchased this through the managed FortiGate service, would I, as a customer, still be able to log into the firewall?
Yes, you have full GUI access and CLI access.
So even as a partner, maybe it could be leverage Fortinet as like an extension of your.
Yeah,
Extended.
yeah. As a,
So,
so as a partner, you
As
would
a
do
VAR,
that.
what you could do is, yeah, so you could say, I don't want to host that because you need to have redundant links and like all the things that you know. You purchase via points or you subscribe via points to that. You make your customer paying on that, and then you can still get him or you to administrate the device. Yes. Or
I mean, you just go like this, and then you go to the Bahamas. Like, this is awesome. I'm in.
It's like you're purchasing the products.
you're
you get the
renting
points.
a product.
Sorry?
You are renting.
Renting.
Oh, renting.
It's points, so you pay per month
Renting.
The
That's a good-
notification.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then you can use it
until you like every month.
Until you
like
stop paying.
we take until each month we take points from you and until like we have 40 until there is no point and
Okay.
or you stop.
Okay.
So does you shut down the network when the points are done, or do you send like some kind of notification?
I need to
or-
check, but I'm pretty sure we
Like a
send
30-day notice,
notification
60-day
prior.
notice.
We don't like
Hey,
to
once
cut
you're out
like
of
to outcut,
tokens,
but
then-
we'll
Yeah,
send
you're out of
notifications and things to ensure. So yeah,
So,
for
so
sure.
Yeah, go to the
that's one
machine.
of the way that you're selling your services, right? Or a customer,
Renting
if
your
they want,
service.
you can buy the AP
You can
outright,
purchase like each product we have can be purchased
outright as well,
until you die,
and that's other option.
and there are other options
Until
like
you die. Bahamas.
there is like
On your boat.
I can
Nope.
see this defending Fortinet's existing customer base. Are you seeing this also basically garnishing other rivals' implementation? Because
Yes.
customers are just prefer this, convenience and agility.
Yes.
Okay, so that's good to know.